Alright guys, today it will be the second video of 3 in the series about the condition of Bitcoin market and where we are going up or down and maybe sideways, because it's really close to the resolution of this consolidation period. And today I will share with you my second biggest argument about the price action evaluation, which is actually bullish. It consists of many factors, so please bear with me. And before I will start, just wanted to point out once again, if you're watching this video on the Crypto Hamster channel, please switch to the new channel. You'll find the link in the description to this video, because it will probably be one of the last videos on the Crypto Hamster channel, because I'm splitting the Russian and English content into 2 different channels. Don't forget to subscribe to the new one, leave likes, push the notification bells, and please share the content, because I would have to start from the beginning and that will be very hard to gain more subscribers from the scratch. Alright, so what do we have for our bullish case? Well, first of all, guys, I would like you to pay attention to RSI. I think Murad Mahmudov had this chart maybe a week or a couple weeks ago when he was pointing out the wedge formation on RSI. And if you remember, RSI is a kind of a variation of the quote-unquote true price action. So you can of course use all the TA methods on RSI, and here this wedge, his wedge probably was broken to the upside. On the other hand, you may extend this even longer and say that, well, we're actually still moving with the same wedge and this was just overbought condition. But first of all, for the first scenario, this line, if it would be a breakout, is the beginning of the new formation, and now we are testing the support, which previously was resistance, and it's not necessarily be the continuation of this wedge. We may actually go above this resistance after the next test. If we wouldn't though, then the apex of this wedge, the end of this wedge, is very close to the oversold area of the price, which is rather typical for previous corrections which we had in 2016, 17th year. So many people are arguing that we need to go to this area before we'll go up. So technically, yes, we actually have some room to fall for RSI, unless the scenario is more positive and we already broke the wedge before. By the way, don't forget that with RSI we still have our very powerful bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, both on daily and weekly time frame. You see the lows on the price are going up, lows with the RSI signal going down. And every time we had this so far, we grew like 200% after that. Now the second thing about this signal is that every time we had the test of this support, you see, we always had the rise in the price after that. We had the bounce, and the price made jumps with after such tests. So technically we already have some kind of a bounce of this line already, so we may expect the price going up right now. But this is not the most powerful thing which I was looking at. So here is stochastic RSI. We already looked at the stochastic RSI signal yesterday. I was pointing out this kind of bell-shaped pattern for this curve, and the thing is that right now we have the bullish crossover on the daily time frame, and every time when we have the bullish crossover in the oversold area, and by the way, most of them are confluent with the RSI lows tests for this support line. So every time when we have this bullish crossover in the oversold area, we have the major move to the upside. You can check each and every time of this bullish crossover cases on RSI, well, stochastic RSI. And for example, I pointed out this here, I made this on Twitter and in Telegram, everywhere. So you can see every time when we have that, the price move to the upside. But this is not the major again thing. If you also will look at the weekly time frame, you would have the same picture on the bullish crossover case in the oversold area. During the last 4 years, we had the same situation. The price moved up as soon as we had this bullish crossover on a weekly time frame. It was like 8 times here, no exceptions for the daily time frame as well. And right now we actually have a kind of uncertain situation, because we had the bullish crossover already. Instead of going up, which what you'd expect to see, we actually had the reversed crossover once again. It's bearish crossover, although it's an oversold territory. I wouldn't say that it's very strong. There's not so much room to fall for the oscillator. But in any case, we are in a kind of uncertain territory. But the fact that on both time frames, on weekly, which is very strong, and daily, which is like more local but still very important, we have the same signal, same potential bullish indication, just exactly the same time. For example, like last time here, there was no such thing on the weekly time frame, and so on and so forth. Here we have a kind of a resonating signal from both time frames. I think it's rather unprecedented. And at the same time, you may remember yesterday we were looking at the TD sequential signal. It was at the value of 8. It was the 8th red candle. And we were saying that if it will be the 9th followed by the green one, it is a reasonably strong buying signal. And right now we indeed had this red 9, which you see it's actually green because the indicator highlights it as a buying signal. So we need to wait. Well, technically need to wait the confirmation with the green 1, as we had, for example, here you see red 9, green 1, and we had the rise. So the same may really happen here, not sure, but let's see tomorrow. However, of course, it's not 100% buying signal, so be careful with that. And I think it goes without saying that everything which I say is my personal opinion, not a financial advice, guys, so be careful with your trades. But you see how many interesting and powerful signals are happening at the same time. And of course, we covered already many other stuff. For example, the on-chain data, just some update which we had from Cryptopoiesis. He made this new version of NVT, which is kind of advanced and improved, and it is believed that it includes more reliable data. So you see here, it actually touches the level which was touched by the same indicator in the previous period of the corrections. Every time when it touches that, or actually didn't go even to that level before at some point, then we had the reverse of the local trend. We were going up from that point. So we reached this level just today. This is another bullish signal supported by the on-chain data, guys, together with many others. And also, for example, the ratio between the longs and shorts, you see, although the absolute value is quite high, the relative value is actually rather low, because those moves were, well, you may call them artificial. And then you can look at the RSI. We even went down the support line, and this is like really low at the moment. So of course, this is not everything which I was going to mention, and there's a lot of minor details over there, but generally you see the picture, at least in my opinion, is rather bullish. Tomorrow, in the next episode, the last episode of 3, I will show you the indicator, which is, in my opinion, absolutely amazing, and it shows, again, bullish signal for this current condition of the price of Bitcoin, with actual percentage associated with the continuation of the price moving upwards or downwards. And here is a little spoiler, there is much more chance to go to the upside than to the downside, guys. But so far, that is it for today. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the new channel, and I hope that it was useful. Thank you for watching.